The Middle East Peacemaking Issues Committee is pleased to make its report and recommendations to the General Assembly. As we begin our report, I want to mention that the committee has heard in a respectful and productive dialogue from many different voices regarding the difficult issues that all of you are aware of in the Middle East. We heard from overture advocates, from open hearing participants, as well as members of the committee itself, about the suffering and the pain and the agony that is experienced on all sides in issues related to the Middle East. We heard authentic voices of experience, of concern, and of dialogue. I want to report to you several specific items that the committee is recommending to the Assembly, particularly on the most controversial issues. Regarding item 1511 and all of the associated overtures talking about divestment, it is the committee's recommendation that the item 1511 be approved by the Assembly and that we move toward divestment in 3 companies that are doing business with Israel. Regarding item 1502 concerning boycott, it is the committee's recommendation that we proceed and boycott a couple of different companies that profit from the production and sale of items in the occupied territories for the benefit of Israeli companies. Regarding the question of apartheid, in item 1501, the committee recommends disapproval of that overture, feeling that the word apartheid is too politically charged and condemnatory, and we certainly do not want to alienate anyone in the process of dialogue and concern in the Middle East. Regarding item 1504 and our relationships with Iran, particularly the escalating military tensions, the committee recommends approval of that item and basically preclusion of a preemptive military strike against Iran. A commissioner's resolution was introduced regarding issues in Syria. As you're all aware, Syria has a very difficult history in the last few months and is only escalating. A resolution was adopted that would call for dialogue and respect and a cessation of all violence in Syria immediately. It's important that the Assembly understand the committee's recommendations and actions as our effort to promote peace and dialogue for all sides. It is not our attempt to condemn anyone, nor is it our attempt and desire to end relationship with anyone. Our Jewish brothers and sisters in Israel and in America, our Palestinian brothers and sisters in Palestine as well as throughout the world, our Christian brothers and sisters all need to hear the deep pain, the deep suffering that is shared by the entire committee for all. And it is the hope of the committee that these actions that are recommended to the Assembly will promote dialogue and understanding and ultimately the cessation of all hostility and all violence, and hopefully the end that one day all of God's children in the Middle East will live together in peace, the peace that is desired by our Lord Jesus Christ. We have hope that things can be resolved and reconciled, and we offer you our recommendations in this spirit.